I like how when you talk about the road that we have to walk on, including habits, you capitalized road, and then you said the road calls out to him. You meant Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings for one last time, and he must go. What is this urge in us, men or women, doesn't matter. When God calls us, it's so hard, it's so difficult to deny the will and the calling of God. It's something intrinsic, deep, so much into our chest that tells us, I must go. This is bigger than me. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yes. And I mean, we see it in the Old Testament in Exodus, right? It is all about, I mean, look, Abraham is the father of the Jews, right? But in some way, the Jews are not really Jews until they come out of slavery in Egypt, follow Moses and then Joshua into the promised land, right? It is in that Exodus, which means the road out or the way out. And so Exodus, even much of Judges, they're still sojourners or pilgrims in the land. And then think of the book of Acts in the New Testament, right? We see Paul on the road and we see Peter on the road, fulfilling the calling that is upon our life. And some of us want to be like the hobbits, first like Bilbo and then like Frodo, comfortable, right? But the road calls to us, and sometimes we just have to pack up and go. I mean, it is a religion with lots of missionaries and things like that. God sends people. This country, America, wouldn't even be here if those pilgrim fathers. We speak of our founding fathers, and yes, we have Franklin, Jefferson, Washington, but that's really our second group of founding fathers, isn't it? Our first group of founding fathers is the Mayflower, the Pilgrims coming here for religious freedom and to spread the gospel and to live in obedience to God. So, and even today, we are a nation of immigrants, right? You're from another country. My grandparents came from Greece about 90 years ago. And almost everybody, if we believe the anthropologists, even what we call Native American Indians also came to America, many thousands of years ago. So, the nation of immigrants is a good picture for the kind of pilgrimage we're on and the way God calls us. And sometimes, if we don't want to listen, God has to smack us upside the face, which is exactly what he does in Acts chapter 9 when he strikes Paul blind on the road to Damascus and says, "Hey, come on, let's go." And he turns him around and sends him in a different direction. So it is very dramatic. The Christian life is dramatic, and it's been dramatic from Abraham all the way to today.
Amen. Amen. God has to sometimes shake us up and say, wake up. We have important things to do.